Welcome to I'm Crazy and decided I was going to hand bind Manacled. Here's the thing. We've already messed this up really badly, but at this point I don't care. Like, I'm not going to actually physically read this copy of this book. I have it on my Kindle, but I wanted it for the aesthetic of my bookshelf, okay? So somewhere along the way I messed up my numbers because my printer does not print double-sided, and so I had to manually go through in like sets of like 40 sheets and flip them. They are flipped correctly, but at some point I typed in the wrong number in my computer and I think I double printed a page, and now they are all off by 1 page. The first 50 pages are correct and the last 70 pages are correct, but the entire middle will not match up. The numbers are not going to match up and it will be unreadable, but like at this point I really don't care. Like, I'm not printing almost 200 pages over again front and back. Like, I don't have the ink for it, and ink is expensive. So, I mean, it's really just for the aesthetic of my bookshelf. With the first 50 pages matching, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. We're just going to call it a day. I'm still going to bind it. So, I'm going to do my signatures now, which are going to be kind of confusing since the entire middle does not match. And I will get back to you after that. I'm going to probably not do all of them, but I'm going to start at least. Hello. So, I folded all of the signatures. The middle does not match up, but that's okay. They match up like signature to signature, but inside the signatures are messed up. The first however many signatures are correct, and the last ones are correct in order, and the middle is a jumble. But like I said, at this point I really don't care. It's literally just going on my shelf for looks. It's a mess. I'm still gonna bind it. So at least the beginning, like the whole beginning section is correct, and the ending section is correct, and those are the good parts, I guess. Not really. So yeah, next step is to poke the holes and sew these. Do not know how to do that. I don't know that I want to do that right this second either, because it's already 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna watch some videos and we will see. I have been sewing, and I'm not even halfway through it. Like, I'm in the flashbacks. I'm at page 715, but I'm starting to run out of thread, so I need to figure out how to attach more, because I still have 2 large stacks on the floor of things. Also, it's not lining up perfectly. Like, as you can tell, some of these are longer than like the ones in the middle. So I don't know what happened there. Obviously my hole punching was off. I just don't care. I literally just don't care. Now we're gonna put it in the press and glue it and leave it there overnight. So currently I'm trying to figure out the spacing on this so that I can glue my boards to my cloth and let that glue overnight. But math is not my strong suit. Reading a ruler is not my strong suit. So we're gonna try to figure this out really quick. So now I have this case. I found some construction paper. I just figured it'd be easier to do this and then put it on and paste it to my book paper. So I think I did it right. Not very sure. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and then I will come back and glue it to the book cloth. I got this like a green color, and then I'm going to do gold foiling on the front. My text block is very much so like not even at all, which is kind of stressful. Like I don't know how it's going to work out in this, but we shall find out. My end papers that I wanted to use are supposed to come tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, but I definitely want to go ahead and wrap it tonight so that I can maybe tomorrow go get the stuff, put the foil on this, and then finish it and glue it all together. This has been extremely stressful. I think that I would do another book bind, but maybe a rebind of a paperback, because I just didn't give this enough attention when I was doing my sewing. So none of the pages are straight on the spine, which concerns me a bit. I don't know how it's not gonna lay flat on this, I don't think. But it's the first time. I knew I wasn't gonna do perfect. This is, I feel like, a tiny bit of a mess. There's glue all on the inside, which I feel like you're going to be able to see when I put the end pages on the edges a bit. The edges they have a lot of glue on them. But oh well, okay? Oh well. I have like one air bubble, but it's right there. I tried. So this is the casing. So I'm just gonna leave it, let it dry overnight, and then see tomorrow if I can go ahead and put my foiling on it, and then we will bind the entire thing together. So this is where we're at. Okay, I have my foil. So I'm gonna go downstairs because I'm gonna need to use my iron. I'm going to iron this on my book cover and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, update, I hate heat transfer vinyl. So it did not turn out, literally every step of the way I have literally just massively ruined something. But it was supposed to have corners, but I accidentally stuck my iron onto them and they melted, so couldn't put them on. There is one little mess up here on the front cover, but for the most part the front cover is pretty good. This, I did the spine first, so as you can see with like the C and the A, I peeled off too early, so they're wrinkly. And then the back, I had problems cutting these words out, so like the P's are messed up, but it says, I suppose no one realizes how light one set of manacles it is until they have two with the paper cranes. From afar, it looks honestly great. Looks great the farther away you are. So it's not terrible, and it's my first time, and I also have never used heat transfer vinyl before, so I definitely didn't hold it on long enough on a couple of the spots. But I think overall, this is not terrible for a first try. So I'm just gonna let this sit for a while, and then once my end papers come in, they're out for delivery, I will case it in and all of those things. So I'll update you then. I have my end papers. And now I need to choose one. I'm thinking maybe this. Let me see. So I finished it. I've put it on my shelf. It does not look great. I really think that it could have been better, but it's also my first time ever trying. I think next time that I do any kind of bookbinding, it will be just like a rebind of a paperback into a hardcover. I think that would be significantly easier for me. And right now I don't have any like other fan fiction I would want to bind. Like, I haven't read Secrets and Masks yet, even though it's on my TBR. And if we're being honest, I didn't love the auction enough to want to bind that. So with that, I do want to continue this journey, but for now, we're just gonna stick with what we've got.